What is going on, everyone? My name is CakeyC and welcome back to the channel. So as you can hear in my voice, I'm pretty excited to be making this video. This is fun. This is my very first Cold War class setup for Warzone. So we're taking a Cold War gun, jumping into Warzone, seeing what we can do with it. And today's video, we are focusing on the brand new DLC weapon for Season 1, the MAC-10. So when I started the channel, my main focus was Warzone class setups. I kind of deviated from that. Now I rant about skill-based matchmaking, play some campaigns. So if you're interested in Warzone class setups, campaign stories, skill-based matchmaking, rants, make sure to stay tuned on the channel. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it down below. Let me know your thoughts on the MAC-10 and Season 1 in the comments below. And on the note of staying tuned, as always, feel free to subscribe to the channel for all of the latest Call of Duty news, tips and tricks, how-tos, class setups, and much more. Let's press X to start. So it's a very wet, wild, rainy winter's morning over in the UK, and we're looking at the MAC-10. This gun, it's taking the world by storm. It's taking the Warzone world by storm. So what's all the fuss about? Ridiculous fire rate, broken damage, easy to use, iron sights are fine. This is just it. It's like the MP7 on steroids. That's the only way I can describe it. It's the MP7 jacked up to the tits.
I'm jacked. I'm jacked to the tits!
And if you haven't got this submachine gun in your back pocket, if you're not running overkill with this sub, if you're not getting that second loadout for this sub, guys, there's something wrong. This is by far the best gun at the start of Season 1 for Warzone at the moment, and these are some of the best attachments that we can be putting on it. I'm going to do the class setup in the Cold War gunsmith just because it does give us a little bit more detail. We're going to start off with the muzzle, and we're putting on the agency suppressor. So they did a recent update to the agency suppressor to make it more comparable to the monolithic suppressor. So you'll get 100% muzzle flash concealment, and you will also get some plus 7% vertical recoil control, which is needed for this gun. It can be a little bit wild. You will lose some effective damage range. Now, to make up for that lost damage range, we're going to put on a barrel. This is where you can kind of mix and match depending on what you're playing. If you're playing Cold War multiplayer, I would certainly go for the 5.3-inch extended barrel. This is going to give you some more bullet velocity. Because that damage range isn't going to be as important, you've got a clear-cut barrel here that will just give you some more bullet velocity, make those bullets travel a little bit quicker. But we're all here for the Warzone class setup. We want the Warzone. We don't want the multiplayer. So for Warzone, we're going to opt for the 6.1-inch reinforced heavy barrel. This is going to make up for some of that lost effective damage range. And
honestly, I wouldn't care if you did things fairly. You fucking don't. You just like to piss people off.
And it's going to give us plus 80% bullet velocity. You are going to lose some sprinting move speed, but you are using a submachine gun, so you won't be noticing that much, and you are going to lose some aim walking movement speed as well. So moving on to the grip. The grips in Cold War aren't great, to say the least. And there's only one that's going to help with vertical recoil control, and that's the field agent grip. That's why that's on there. Again, we're trying to just reduce the vertical recoil and make this thing shred like the MP7 does. Just make it easy to use. That's why the field agent grip is on there. Moving on to probably the most important part of this whole setup, the magazine size. So we're going to go for the STANAG 53 round drum. Plus 66 magazine ammo capacity, max starting ammo and ammo capacity are also plus 66%. It's going to reduce your reload quickness by 10% and your aim down sight speed by 15%. Again, it's a submachine gun. These cons aren't really that noticeable, and the fact that you're going to get 53 bullets in a magazine to lose some ADS speed that you're probably not going to notice, it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. And speaking of losing some aim down sight speed, you could possibly run the fast magazine if you wanted to reload that little bit quicker. But again, you will be losing 10% more aim down sight speed with a minus 25% reduction in ADS speed. But again, mix and match. Tell me what you think. What do you prefer? That looks kind of stupid. But at the same time, we're already slowing this gun down a fair bit. So we're trying to minimize the reduction in aim down sight speed there. And then moving on to the fifth and final attachment for this MAC-10 Warzone build, we've got the stock. So we're going to run the wire stock. This is going to increase our sprint to fire time by 10%. The other viable option here would probably be the Raider stock, but you're not unlocking that until the penultimate level of the gun, and it is going to reduce some of your hip fire accuracy by 30%. If you're someone who doesn't hip fire at all, this might be the option for you, but for me, I do quite like hip firing at close quarters, so that's why I haven't opted for this. Plus, I haven't leveled the gun up fully, so we're going for the wire stock. It's just going to help us in those situations where you see someone and you can get your gun up as quick as possible. So there we are, guys. That is one of the best MAC-10 builds you can be running at the moment in Warzone. Just a quick recap, we got the Agency Suppressor, the 6.1-inch reinforced heavy barrel, or the 5.3-inch extended barrel. We've then got the Field Agent Grip to help with some of the recoil. We've then got the 50-round drum mag, or the 50-round fast mag, depending on how you feel with the gun in your hands. And then finally, we have the wire stock. So if you found this class setup helpful, let me know by dropping a like on the video. Let me know in the comments if you've used this class setup, or you're using it, or you're using a different one. What are you using on it and why? And as always, feel free to subscribe to the channel for all of the latest Call of Duty news, tips and tricks, how-tos, class setups, and much